If you try to hit that with your squeegee right now, you would crease the shit out of it. You'd have 10 little creases in there you gotta chase. So, you can put the little cotton glove on and use it. I find it just as easy to do this. Find the cotton glove first, and yeah, it works, but so does this. Guess if you had a really high gloss that you didn't want to potentially scuff or scrub up, that's where the glove would come in. It's kind of why I like this carbon. It's not glossy, it's more of a satin. Has a little bit of texture to it, which some people may not like, but I personally like it. There's an air pocket I felt. Right there. We're getting close to the corner. Just a little bit of tension, not much. I'm just trying to pull those wrinkles out of it. That's it. You just have to watch your wrinkles. If they're this way or if they're this way, it kind of tells you which way you gotta tweak it to get rid of them. This is that center area that was kind of fighting me earlier with the wrinkles. Just keep forcing them out. And you'll be surprised. I mean, the film will move a lot to eat those up. Once you lay it flat, it just absorbs them, takes them, shifts them. But if you try to squeegee that, screwed. Tried it on the first few panels and fought it. People say, well, you're not doing it right. That's very possible, yeah. Quite possibly so. Okay, let's work to a pretty good spot. That down there, there. I'm gonna say that's 3/4 of the way. Now I need to get this section down. And we'll be cooking with gasoline. Hot grease. You'll get into some of these bigger areas and you'll be able to tell, like, you can work those with the squeegee. You just got to go back and make sure you don't have any little air pockets that you miss, because you won't feel them with this like you will with your hand. Just got to kind of take your time with it and look at it. It's nice when you can knock big sections out. can also chase a big wrinkle when you do that. Right here, that would be a big wrinkle if I just kept working. Just gotta know what you can get by with and what you can't. I'm sure every film is probably a little different in that regard. Let's see, I may time lapse this video or may just put it up just like it is and let people struggle through it in long form. I feel like the value of it though is probably in the long form piece, because you see all these guys do it in minutes and then you think it's real easy and you do it and you're like, what the hell? Yeah. I will say though, film's pretty cheap, so you buy it, you screw it up, oh well. You learned. It was a lesson. Now you can't hardly buy paint anymore for what? You know, a decent sized roll of film costs. I think this was $100 and some bucks, and I've done both fenders, both doors, the trunk lid. I was gonna do the hood, but to keep my pattern right, I had to flip the thing and wasted some to make my cuts, but that's what you get into. Guess I better not show that. So yeah, for $100 I would have been hard pressed to help buy primer or even the sandpaper to reshoot this thing even satin black. Yeah, she's getting there. Remnants of the cold still hanging on. Just to get a little heat in it, just to relax it. Not trying to heat it and stretch a big area to glass it out, as they say. You gotta be kind of careful with that shit. That will get you. One thing I wouldn't recommend is trying to do this with the panel off the car. I don't think that would go well, because you'd be wrestling the position of the panel sliding around on you while you're trying to wrestle the material. So having it on the car, held in place well, beneficial. there I missed. Damn it. And some of those, I mean, you could probably leave them. You'd never probably see them, but since my face is right here, I saw it. Honestly, on these patterns, you could probably hide more stuff than you'd be able to on a real glossy finish one. So, another reason I like the satin. All of this is because I had that one pocket in the center that I kind of screwed up on. If I'd have just worked it, kept even, wouldn't have this problem. But once you start it, you're kind of going to chase it through the rest. Heating it to relax it helps, but it is what it is. Favorite spot again. Just relax the wrinkles away. Don't want to get too much heat in it, but you want enough to get what you need done. Just push all those little ripples right out. A couple little ones there I'm not going to bother with. They're just little, basically glue lines. Never be a problem. Some of them you can actually get lay down just with pressure of your hand. Yep. Working all that back to here, and then I'll run this out to the edge. That's just lightly pulling that back up, getting it to stick back down where you want it. Kind of working with the pattern a little bit, chase it down. Might take you a few little heat cycles to get it kind of all situated, but once you do, it lays in pretty nice. A lot harder to get those creases out once you set them with the squeegee than doing it by hand. We're going to work this middle first this time. Trying to get all that out of it. Middle. Couple of air pockets there, just got pushed through. That's starting to try to wrinkle. There she is. So when somebody asks you want to wrap my car? The answer is no. No, I do not. But you can. Oh, we're like a half inch from the bottom of the door. So close. Oh, there it is, bottom. Made it. Bottom of the door, right here. Well, that's a little, so that's a good point. One thing you want to do before you start putting the wrap on is go over the paint and just make sure there's no little dents, dings, chips, raised spots, high spots, little specks on the paint. I did on this panel, but obviously I missed one down here. It looks like an air pocket, but it's not an air pocket. It's actually just a little piece of shit. Probably on this one, a little piece of sanded material stuck on the surface of the paint, which is what I was scraping off on the rest of the panel, but I missed one. At the end of the day for this car, not the end of the world. Maybe one of these days I'll actually put carbon on this car, but for the amount of money it is, the amount of weight you save, it's cool. Don't get me wrong, you got carbon on your car, that's awesome. But tens of thousands of dollars just for a couple 100 pounds of weight versus fiberglass, that's a hard sell. Take your heat out and just run those out past the edge of the panel. No sense in fighting the wrinkles if you don't have to. And don't grab it right now and yank on it. Just give it a little time to set back up a bit. I knew I had one little nick in the paint down here at the bottom of the door. And one right there below the body line. You can barely see them. You get on just right. There you go, stuck to the edge of the door. I'll get this all stuck on, and then I'll stop, and then I'll make a video of trimming out at the edges and wrapping them. Whew. We're almost there. Probably an hour in. Probably would have been more fun when I was 20. It's not as much fun now. Still interesting. Like learning new stuff. I'm sure there's a lot of rap guys out there that'll be like, man, this guy really sucks at it. I feel like obviously an amateur, but probably better result than most people would get. Takes me longer, but whatever. This is my 5th panel I've ever wrapped, so cut me some friggin' slack. did try hydro dipping once. That was an absolute failure. Tried it in a little kiddie pool with a bumper fiberglass bumper. And as you can expect, it did not go well. The film basically disintegrated before the part was actually dipped and adhered, and yeah, it was a mess. Never again should I bother with that. I would wrap 1,000 panels before I tried to dip another one, if that tells you. Now, some guys want to cut these with the doors closed and everything tight. I prefer, like, I will cut the front with it closed, but I will open it up and cut the back and cut the bottom and try to give myself a little bit more wrap than most people probably do around the edge. I mean, you want it to be clean and like an even edge. You don't want it to be like a Christmas present. Terrible amount of coverage, wrap job. But definitely want to keep it even. Oh, I got about another 2 inches